The NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We are in Atlanta as the Hawks plan to take advantage of their home floor. Take a look at the Warriors.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams will see one another. So they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
And maybe just more than wins and losses at stake, it could be pride. They'll be using everything in their arsenal to try and avoid the season sweep.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring role, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown in his playmaking. When the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
Back to Young. Takes a three. Rebound by the Hawks. At the elbow, Bowl. Doubled by Murray. Iguodala wide open. Traps in the tray.
Oh, a decent shooter from deep. The key for Iguodala is shooting with confidence from there.
Here's Young. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points. And total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years.
Here's Young. Bull making his last shot. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
Now, here is Young. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Beal. 6-point game. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Wagner wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
Back to Beal. Paxton coming off the assist from Young.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Morant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
The shot by Beal, no good. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Morant. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. He said in the first meeting between these teams, his guys weren't as sharp as they needed to be offensively. He thinks that cost them the game. He told me, if we take care of the basketball and execute in half court like I know we're capable of, it puts us in a good position to win tonight. Well, we'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
That's interesting, David. Thanks. The team believing, Greg, its success is tied specifically to how well they shoot.
And how do you set that up? Run the plays the way they were designed and just share the basketball.
And sometimes quality shots can come late in a possession, so we'll see if they can play deep into the shot clock. This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Here's Bull. Ayton trying to break free. Bull, that's good. Bull's got 8 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Warriors trail by 14. On the wing, Melton. Offensive rebound. Back to Beal. They need this. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Such a big-time move from Beal, a big-time player.
Morant with it. His scoring average of about 32.5 points a game tells you all you need to know about how dangerous a player he can be.
In terms of entertainment factors, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdowns.
Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Pass to Noel.
Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes. He doesn't make a mistake that time.
Grant. Over to the wing. Back to Craig. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Brown. The Hawks again can't hit. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. A 12-point game. To the inside. Morant looking around. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Here's McDermott. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Atlanta with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here as we get underway once again. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow of the game.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Oubre. To the middle. Here's Medu. Moves back up. Oubre, good. Oubre's got his first points of the game.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Sharp. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And some might go as far, Greg, is saying Golden State's defense is underrated.
It is kind of overlooked at times, and their shooting is so exceptional it hides everything else, like how they can dominate the glass defensively.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers, indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. And it's worked for him. DA, thanks. The Hawks leading by 16. McDermott with a steal. Here's Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Noel. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And here's Sharp. Hampton in the corner. Shoots the three. The rebound by Medu.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Back to Johnson. Drives to the hoop. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why have you settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Timeout called the Warriors. Some changes for Golden State. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Wagner outside. Hampton in the corner. Another three for Atlanta.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Young for three. No good that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Hole with it. Now guarded by Murray. A shot by Hampton with no one around. Another three for Atlanta.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Beal. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
GA with their fourth title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an all-NBA team.
Hampton in the corner. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Now, here's Wagner. Driving inside. Clock at 4. He gets that one. Bulls got 10.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Pass to Beal. They could use a bucket. Into the lane. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Driving inside Beal is a real problem for the defense.
From deep three-point range. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Here's the floater. And that one is off. Morant with some nice D. Iguodala outside. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Iguodala's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Hawks. Inside, and stolen by Ayton. He lobs it up, and it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Shooting one.
Always a shame to see a guy like Bradley Beal have to go in for season-ending surgery like he did in 2022.
Well, that decision, I think, was tough, but in the end, for the length and longevity of his career, was the smart one for Bradley Beal. Get himself fully healthy, fully physically and mentally ready to get back on the NBA floor and be as productive as he's been throughout his career. Bradley Beal has been one of the most consistent scorers in the game year after year. He is an offensive machine.
Pass to Young. Fires from deep. Hits it from three-point range. Young's got 6.
This is Trae Young's specialty. He's just going to stretch out the defense.
And finished off by Morant.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Beal from long range. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on both.
And this young guy is a handful to deal with. Murray is so skilled at drawing fouls.
Atlanta making a switch here. Right, many scouts felt Murray was the most NBA ready of all the draft prospects last year.
He understands what he does well and plays to that. He can control the pace. It's hard for defenders to speed him up, and he gives you versatility at both ends. And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. A wide open look here for Craig. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Craig's got his first points of the night. Timeout called the Warriors. Several teams changing it up here. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. It's down low. And here's Sharp. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Morant with it. Now defended by McDermott. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. For Atlanta, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Now here's Oubre. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Looney. Back to Morant. It's stolen. McDermott for 3. Rebound Atlanta.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Craig, good. Craig's got 5 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Nobody near Milton. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Out to Morant. The Hawks working the ball around. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mora. Good. And a nice assist from Morant.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Back to Melton. And he banks in the layup. Melton's got 5 now.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. Now, here's Sharp. He's got 6. 5 to shoot. Here's Hampton. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. To the paint. It's picked off. Here's McDermott. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Count that one. And here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
And so it's Atlanta. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Now Hampton. The NBA announced its 75th anniversary team last year, Brent, with a lot of fanfare attached to it. What'd you think of the list?
I thought the list was pretty good. You can always argue a few guys should have been on it, and it's probably a tough pill to swallow for current guys who have had tremendous careers to this point. Guys who have played 8 or 9 years that didn't maybe make this particular list. I'll tell you this, Kevin. In 25 years, there'll be another list.
Now, here's Sharp. After Keon Johnson's miss, pass to Sharp. 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. A nice shot by Medu.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Brown outside. Pass to Sharp. And Craig has it in the corner. Here's Hampton. And the dunk by Hampton.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now, here's Oubre. Back to Johnson. Pass to McDermott. With the shot. It's hauled in by Brown.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Medu. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Now, here's Wagner. Pass to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Young's shot is good.
You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
And Wagner drives in. Right wing. Bull with it. He's covered by Murray. And stolen by Murray. It's Young on the wing. Jacks up a 3. That shot off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Hampton with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Pass to Bull. Second chance shot. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the player.
Shoots from the elbow. And it's no good. Third time he's missed in 9 shot attempts. Here's Beal. Iguodala with the steal. Morant with it. Now Beal defending. Inside. Bull, that's good. Bull's got 6 points in the quarter. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Atlanta.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And that one drops for him.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Atlanta.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ja Morant.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way, too.
Here's Young. Following the basket by Ja Morant.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And then Morant slams it in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going.
Space, see me in the stars, yeah.